So after we just won the Champions League final against Borussia Dortmund 1-0, we're just going to quickly take a look through at what we would say would be our starting 11 and just see how they've done this season for stats, etc. So we'll just go from the back with David De Gea, 7.16 rating there for David De Gea, solid in goal for Manchester United. Conceded 15 goals in 50 matches, so fantastic there for De Gea. Not a lot got past him this season. First choice right back is now Diogo Dalot, 7.22 rating for Diogo Dalot. Back Kieran Tierney, yeah, that's where you kind of struggle a little bit. Tierney's not done too great with his average. He's only averaging 6.83. Luke Shaw is a lot better than Kieran Tierney, so that could be something that we need to look at in terms of bringing Luke Shaw in as our first choice left back next season. But I did sign Tierney, and I want to give him a chance, but he's not performing that great at the moment. But kind of on the fence there with Shaw and Tierney. Eder Milito then first choice centre back, 7.37 rating for Eder Milito. Absolutely brilliant season for him. Improving on last season, 7.06 after we signed him for £45 million from Porto, and he's got 5 goals and an assist in those 43 games as well. So Eder Milito definitely nailed on as our first choice centre back for next season. Mason Holdsworth alongside him. I think that's going to be the centre back partnership for the new season. 7.32 average rating there for Mason Holdsworth, and I think he got a couple of goals as well. He got 2 goals and 2 assists in his 28 matches out. Adrian Silva, again, he's a 7 rating for Silva. Played him deeper quite a few of the games, but he will be one of the players that we look to move on in the summer. 7 assists and 2 goals for Adrian Silva, so he's been really good since we signed him £24 million from Leicester in the summer. And Herrera, another one, probably looking to move on. 7.02 average rating for Ander Herrera. He got 4 goals and 8 assists in 36 matches, so solid there from Herrera as well. Paul Pogba, 7.09. Kind of a little bit disappointed with that average rating from Pogba, if I'm honest. Would have thought he'd been up a lot higher than that. 12 goals and 6 assists for Paul Pogba, so he was involved in 18 goals in 41 matches, which is his best return so far in a Manchester United shirt. Wilfred Zaha, 7.27. Solid season for Wilf Zaha on that right wing. So we'll have a look at his goals and assists. 11 goals and 9 assists in 47 matches. So Wilfred Zaha was involved in 20 goals in his 47 matches for Manchester United this season. Solid return there for Wilf Zaha. And then we get into Anthony Martial on this left wing, who I believe was the highest average rating. Yeah, Martial 7.63. So he was our best player average rating wise this season. If we quickly take a look at Martial's goals and assists, there 19 goals and 9 assists for Anthony Martial. And Marcus Rashford, our main striker, 7.04 average for Marcus Rashford. Is that better than what he achieved last season? Significantly better there for Rashford. 6.92 last year. Last season he scored 15 goals. This year he's got 21 in 41 and 6 assists compared to 5 last year. So Marcus Rashford has definitely improved a lot, and he will be our first choice striker next season, more than likely. We'll go through some of the main substitutes. Dean Henderson, and 7.40 rating for young 23-year-old hot prospect goalkeeper Dean Henderson. He did only concede 2 and 5. Harry Maguire, 7.22 average rating for Harry Maguire. To be honest with you, if you look at Harry Maguire's coach report, he's only a 4-star player. I think Milito's 5-star now, and Holdsworth can be a 5-star player. So I think at this stage, Harry Maguire's going to be the one that loses out. Come next season, he got 1 assist there in his first 6 games. You would probably expect Harry Maguire to get his fair share of goals. I mean, 7.19 average rating last year, so he has improved average rating wise up to 7.22. So Harry Maguire will be staying at Man United, but maybe he might just be a little bit behind those first choice 2 of Milito and Holdsworth. Aaron Wan-Bissaka lost that big time this season to Diogo Dalot. 6.89 average rating for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He got the 1 assist in 29 matches. That's 6 assists last year and 7.44. So Wan-Bissaka has had a worse season than he did in his first year at Old Trafford. Scott McTominay, 7.02 average rating for Scott McTominay. 2 goals and 10 assists there for McTominay. So that's a really good return. Scott McTominay, 10 assists from midfield. It's very good. Average rating went up from last year at 6.91 and 3 more assists than last year. He got a couple of goals as well. So better season there for Scott McTominay. He's coming on very nicely indeed. Kai Havertz, who is going to be our, I think now is going to be our first choice in attacking midfield with Pogba pushed back. 7.18 average rating for Kai Havertz, 12 goals there and 7 assists, so he's involved in 19 goals in 43 matches. Very good there from Kai Havertz. And I think if we're playing him in behind the front man for the whole season, I think we can certainly see those stats higher for next year. Luis Suarez, 33-year-old Luis Suarez, 6.93 average rating for him, £425,000. Looking at it now, that was probably not the best deal. All of his stats, look at his stats: crossing, dribbling, passing, shooting, tackling, all going down. Luis Suarez, 14 goals and 5 assists, so he's involved in 19 goals in 43 matches. See, Suarez is one at 33. At this point, we want a blood Greenwood, give Rashford a chance, Martial, Zaha, Kai Havertz. Is there room for Luis Suarez at Manchester United for the new season? Possibly not. Mason Greenwood then, 6.71 average rating for Mason Greenwood, valued now at £33.5 million. 9 goals and 10 assists, so Greenwood is involved in 19 goals in 39 matches, so that's an involvement in a goal every other game, basically, for Mason Greenwood, so that's good. I'm happy with that. Average rating did go down a bit from last year, but he did score more and he made more assists, so that is good. Coach report there: Greenwood currently 3.5 star ability, can go up to 4.5, so there is a bit of room of an improvement there from Mason Greenwood. Could potentially become, as you can see, that a world-class striker. He is now still only 18, so next season could see a lot more games, because if we haven't got Suarez, then Greenwood's going to be the man to back up Marcus Rashford. If we look at Victor Lindelof, who's going to be 7.12 average rating for Lindelof this season. Ethan Laird, young right back, 6.50 average rating for him. I'm not sure how good this kid can be. He's only going to be 3-star. He's the best young fullback at the club, so certainly keep him around. Probably put him out on loan, because we've got Wan-Bissaka and Delo. We don't really need another young right back, so we probably put him out on loan next season to get some football into him. Luke Shaw, 7.30 average rating for Luke Shaw, better than Kieran Tierney. So at this point, do we look at it and say Luke Shaw's our first choice left back? 12 assists for Shaw. Hamid, this young lad here, central midfielder, 6.40 average rating. Another one that might end up having to go out on loan, although for some reason I thought he had a lot better stats than he did. Only 2-star potential, so yeah, maybe he might be one that we get rid of. James Garner, 6.80 average rating for Garner. 1 goal there in 26, not good for James Garner. 3-star, so he's going to improve a little bit, but he's not as good as Scott McTominay at the moment. Who else have we got? We can check on Angel Gomez. There's one. I think Gomez was better out of Gomez and Chong. 1 assist for Gomez in 24. That's poor. 4, but he's got 3.5-star potential ability. But there's another one I'm not sure of. We're looking at James Maddison, so maybe we might bring in Maddison potentially. Chong there, 6.83 for Chong. Again, 1 goal in 12. 3-star potential ability, currently 2.5 stars. So Chong, Gomez, 2 that might be struggling to keep their place in the squad. And then the last player we want to go and look at is Anderson dos Santos Silva, 6.94 average rating for the 18-year-old. In his first season at Old Trafford, 3 goals and 1 assist. He might be one to watch. 3.5 star ability. Yes, again, he's only young, so it might be one maybe we can loan up. Yeah, that is the squad report for the season. Manchester United then this year won the Premier League. We won the Champions League. The only trophy we've not actually won, because we won the Carabao Cup last year. We still haven't won the FA Cup because we got knocked out in the FA Cup semi-final this season. To quickly go through the player stats in quick form: Marcus Rashford as top scorer, 21 goals. Luke Shaw with the most assists on 12. So really looking at that, Luke Shaw needs to be in that team next season at left back. And highest average rating, as we said, Anthony Martial on 7.63. If we look at the Premier League table, obviously Manchester United champions, goal difference of plus 63 to Manchester City, a little bit better on plus 65, but the big important stat there, as you can see, Manchester United 100 points, Manchester City were 8 back on 92. Awesome that we got 100 points in a season. As thank you very much for watching this season on my Red Devils rebuild on Manchester United save on Football Manager Mobile 19. We did win the Premier League and we did win the Champions League, so we'll be back next season to try and do that again. Maybe we can go and win a treble next year, who knows. But yeah, if you did enjoy this season, pop a like on there for me, subscribe to the channel for more daily Football Manager Mobile content with the Manchester United Red Devils rebuild save, and we'll catch you in the next season. Thank you very much for watching.